Ah. You are holding a gift from nature, a sweet, succulent mango. You take a bite. It's delicious. But you've made a terrible mistake. You didn't notice the tiny scratch on the peel. That wasn't a scratch from a branch. It was a lick from a fruit bat. And congratulations, you have just invited the Nipah virus to a buffet inside your brain. We are not talking about the flu here. We are talking about a biological sledgehammer with a kill rate that makes other viruses look like a mild inconvenience. So, why is this nightmare keeping virologists awake? To understand why you might be doomed, we need to look at the architect of this chaos, the fruit bat. For millions of years, they've carried this virus without a sniffle. They are the perfect vessels. But in 1999, in Malaysia, we made a mistake. We built pig farms right next to the bats' forests. Bats dropped half-eaten fruit. Pigs ate the fruit. Humans handled the pigs. Suddenly, people started collapsing. Not just with a cough, but with their brains literally swelling up against their skulls. This is encephalitis. It's as horrific as it sounds. Here is the terrifying math. COVID-19 had a mortality rate of around 1–2% at its peak. The Black Death, about 30–60%. Nipah, it sits comfortably between 40% and 75%. If you get it, coin flips are better odds than your survival. And the survivors? Many are left with permanent neurological damage. It is a game of Russian roulette where the gun is loaded with a microscopic bullet. But don't blame the bat, blame the bulldozer. As we chop down forests to build condos and palm oil plantations, we are evicting these bats. We are forcing them to move into our backyards. We are literally inviting the virus to dinner. And it is very, very hungry. Let's get specific. In Bangladesh, the virus loves a drink called raw date palm sap. It's sweet, it's natural, and humans love it. The problem is, the bats love it too. You wake up, buy a glass of fresh sap from a street vendor. It tastes like heaven. But invisible to the naked eye, you are drinking a cocktail of bat saliva and urine. Cheers. And it doesn't stop with you. Nipah has a terrifying trick up its sleeve. Human-to-human transmission, you cough and your family, your doctors, your nurses, they are next in line. Once inside, the virus triggers a cytokine storm. Your immune system panics. It doesn't just attack the virus, it burns down the entire house to kill a spider. The pressure builds, the brain swells. Seizures begin. Patients fall into a coma within 24 to 48 hours. It is rapid, it is brutal, and it is relentless. If you survive, you aren't out of the woods. Survivors often face permanent personality changes or seizures that return years later. It's a ghost that never really leaves. And the cure? There is none. The vaccine doesn't exist. We have no shield. We are fighting a nuclear war with sticks and stones. It's not just lives. It's livelihoods. In Malaysia, to stop the outbreak, the army had to cull over 1 million pigs. An entire industry incinerated overnight. Why is this happening now? Simple. We are evicting nature. Every tree we cut down is a barrier removed between us and the reservoir of disease. We act like we own the planet, but we are just roommates with monsters. And right now, we are poking the monsters with a sharp stick. Think about it. In 1999, the world was big. Today, it's a small village. You can be in a bat cave in Malaysia in the morning, in a subway in New York by dinner. A virus doesn't need a passport. Who doesn't know they are sick yet? One cough in a crowded airport and the math of survival changes for everyone. If Nipah evolves to spread as easily as the flu, we aren't looking at a tragedy. We are looking at a civilization reset button. The lights go out. So the solution seems obvious, right? Wage war, kill the bats, burn the caves, eliminate the host, problem solved? Absolutely not. That is the worst possible idea, because if you kill the bats, you don't just kill the virus, you kill the rainforest. Fruit bats are the farmers of the night. They pollinate over 500 species of plants. Without them, our supermarkets go empty and our ecosystems collapse. We need them. The virus is just the price of admission for their services. The goal isn't to kill them, it's to stop sharing drinks with them. Science calls this One Health. The idea that human health, animal health, and planetary health are not three separate things. They are one giant messy web. We can predict spills before they happen. Scientists are now acting as weather forecasters, but for pandemics, catching the spark before it becomes a forest fire. And for you, it's simple. Wash your fruit, cook your food, respect the boundaries of nature. You don't need a hazmat suit. You just need common sense. Nature isn't evil. It's just indifferent. The virus doesn't hate you. It just wants to survive, same as the tiger, same as the bat, same as us. It is the law of the jungle, and we are still in the jungle. We built concrete walls and air conditioning and forgot that we are biological organisms. But biology always knocks on the door eventually, usually when we least expect it. Fear is a signal. It tells us to pay attention. We shouldn't panic about the next pandemic. We should prepare for it. Panic is a waste of energy. Preparation is a superpower. Whew. We are the only species that can invent its own evolution. We don't need to wait for better genes. We build microscopes, vaccines, and satellite warning systems. Imagine a future where we don't just bulldoze the forest, but build around it. Where cities are green and the bats stay in their caves because they still have a home. It's a delicate dance, but we are learning the steps. We used to be the bull in the china shop. Now we are learning to be the gardener. So, the next time you eat a mango, enjoy it. It's a miracle of nature. Just wash it first and maybe whisper a quiet thank you to the bats that pollinated it. We are tiny, fragile sacks of meat on a rock hurtling through a void filled with monsters. That is the bad news. The good news, we're in this together. Stay curious, stay clean, and don't poke the wildlife. The universe is scary, but it's also pretty awesome. I'm Vector, and if you want to survive the next apocalypse with a smile, hit that subscribe button. See you in the next nightmare. Bye-bye.